one of the most important qualities any of us can acquire in order to ensure that we have a fantastic life. Our story today picks up with the exploration of the 10 plagues. Now, when you think of the 10 plagues, you might think of, oh, maybe how did it go in the movie, the 10 Commandments, or maybe the Prince of Egypt. You think about Moses going out there with his staff and taking care of the entire Egyptian people and smiting the whole land. Well, when you look into the Torah, that's not exactly how it goes. We find that at the beginning of the first plague, the plague of blood, it says, Hashem said to Moses, say to Aaron, take your staff and stretch out your hand. When you go to the second plague, the plague of frogs, same thing. God comes to Moses and he says, say to Aaron your brother, take up his staff. When you get to the third plague, God comes to Moses, tells Moses, go to Aaron your brother, he should lift up his staff, he should smite the land and turn the land to lice. So you find over here that God is instructing Moses an important thing. You, Moses, don't strike the Nile River and don't strike the land of Egypt. Why? Because these two inanimate objects provided special benefit to Moses when he was younger. When Moses was just a baby, he was placed in the Nile River and he was hidden away from Pharaoh's henchmen in order to save his life. Later on, when Moses grew up and Moses had to kill an Egyptian man, Moses used the land of Egypt in order to hide the body. So because Moses took benefit from these two inanimate objects, Moses was required to show those objects gratitude and not cause them harm. We can infer from this that if a person has an obligation to show gratitude to an inanimate object, then all the more so we have an obligation to show our gratitude to people who have helped us. Not only do we have to show our gratitude to people, we also have to show our gratitude to the Almighty, who gave the thought into a person's mind that he would help us and allowed the person to help us. So therefore, the way a Jew views the world is, if somebody helps us, we have gratitude not only to the person for helping us, but also to the Almighty. The problem with this is gratitude is not such an easy thing. The Torah speaks about gratitude often, and that is because there are inherent difficulties with gratitude. I want to share with you the 4 problems with gratitude and how to overcome them so that we can really live great lives. The first problem with gratitude is that when we are born, we are so utterly dependent upon our parents and others for many years. We are literally trained to be receivers and not givers. All of a sudden, we grow up. Now we're adolescents and our parents say, oh, now you have to say please and thank you. Well, for the first many years, I couldn't even say please and thank you. So we are trained at a young age to be receivers, and then we have to turn around and become givers and become the kind of people that recognize all the benefits that others have bestowed upon us. The second problem with gratitude is we forget the good that other people have given us. Now, the ability to forget is marvelous. Imagine if you'd go through your life and you would remember everything that ever happened to you. You would remember every time someone slighted you. You'd remember every time you skinned your knee. You'd be walking around in constant pain all the time. So what did God do out of his mercy? He gave us the ability to forget all of the bad that ever happened in our lives. The problem is that when we forget the bad, we also forget the good. And when we forget the good, we forget to show our appreciation to others who've helped us. One of the reasons the Torah speaks about gratitude so often is to impress upon us how important it is to focus on the good and remember the good that other people have done for us. The third problem with gratitude is that many people view it like there's a statute of limitations. Oh, you know what? They helped me a year ago. I said thank you, and now I'm done. That's not our way. As a matter of fact, you have a mitzvah in the Torah to honor your parents. The commandment to honor our parents is based on having gratitude to them for the fact they gave us life and they helped us through our formative years. Now, not only are we supposed to have gratitude to our parents while they're alive, but we are even obligated to have gratitude to them and to honor them even after they've passed on to the next world. There, in fact, is no statute of limitations for gratitude. A person must always remember whatever good they've received from another, and they must be careful to recognize that good throughout their lives. And now the fourth problem with gratitude. This is a great confusion. This is the confusion between gratitude and a kind, generous, giving spirit. See, if someone is a giving person, it is a wonderful thing. And it's a lot of fun to be on the receiving end of someone who's a giving person. But it's not gratitude. The difference between someone who's generous and giving and someone who has gratitude is the end result of loyalty. See, gratitude is the ability to recognize the good that others have done for us and to respond in kind. That response, as we've already discussed, has no statute of limitations. It requires that we continuously remember that which they've done, and it means that we have to overcome our inclination to not want to say thank you. And therefore, the end result is loyalty. So if you have enough gratitude, you become very loyal. That's why Moses, who had gratitude to even inanimate objects, became known by the end of his life as a servant of God. He was loyal to God. He was loyal to the Jewish people because he had gratitude. So therefore, if you want to be a great person like Moses, let gratitude be your attitude. And if you want to live a happy and good life, then make sure that not only do you express your gratitude to others, but you teach others about gratitude as well. I'm Rabbi Wyne of the Young Israel Nation, Las Vegas.